Dear students, we have already taken 3 lectures of the story The Model Millionaire, which is written by Oscar Wilde. Now we are going to begin the 4th part of the story. We will start on the page number 21, last paragraph. Those who have books, they should see the page number 21, last paragraph. When Huggy came in, he found Trevor putting the finishing touches to a wonderful life-size pictures of a beggar man. As we know that this Huggy Erskine had one of his friends whose name is Alan Trevor. Alan Trevor is the only friend to Huggy Erskine, who is very nearest and dearest to him. And when Huggy Erskine went to meet Alan Trevor, we already know that this Alan Trevor is a very good painter. And when Huggy Erskine reached there, he saw that his friend, who is an artist, who is a painter, is painting a picture of a beggar. Whose picture he was painting? He was painting a picture of a beggar. The beggar himself was standing on a raised platform in a corner of the studio. This Alan Trevor is painting a picture of a beggar, and the beggar is standing nearby him. He was standing on the pit. He was standing on the pit, and beggar was standing on the pit, and the painting of a beggar was being painted by this Alan Trevor. He was a wizened old man with a face like wrinkled parchment and a most piteous expression. We all have seen the beggar. Beggar has old beggar, we can say. Old beggar means he has a thin hair on his head. There were wrinkles on his face. He was bent by his old age. His clothes were tattered and rags, and he was a little bent. He had a stick in his hand to support himself. And this beggar painting was being painted by this Alan Trevor. Over his shoulders was flung a coarse brown cloak. All tears and tatters, his thick boots were patched and cobbled, and with one hand he leaned on a rough stick, while with the other he held out his battered that for arms. What an amazing model, whispered Huggy as he shook hands with his friend. Oscar Wilde has been describing the beautiful picture of a beggar. We can imagine how can be a beggar, because we all have seen a beggar, particularly old beggar, old man beggar. And after seeing him, I already told about that beggar, how he was looking. And after observing minutely, this Huggy Erskine is telling to his friend Alan Trevor, what an amazing model. Huggy Erskine was thinking that this man has been brought as a model. Of what model? The model of a beggar. An amazing model, shouted Trevor at the top of his voice. I should think so. Such beggars as he are not to be met with every day. A trowel A travel, mon cher, a living, Vasquez, my stars, what an etching Rembrandt would have made of him. This Oscar Wilde has used some French words in this story because in those time or in that time we can say the French language, the Latin language, the Greek language was considered to be the superior of English. French language. As we Indian, we sometimes use the Sanskrit shlokas, Sanskrit language in order to prove our points. As we know that Sanskrit is a superior language for the Indians, so the English speakers think that the French, the Latin, the Greek language is superior. That's why this Oscar Wilde has used many sentences in French language in order to beautify the English language, or whenever he wants to prove his point, whenever he wants to say something in affirmation, he has used French language, because French language in those time was to be considered as the superior than the English language. Certainly, replied Trevor, you don't want a beggar to look happy, do you? How much does a model get for sitting? Asked Huggy as he found himself a comfortable. I get 2,000. Now this Huggy Erskine is inquiring about the beggar. From where did he bring this beggar to become a model here? And how much is he paying to the beggar for standing there? On that, Alan Trevor told Huggy Erskine that he was not paying anything to him, but for painting the picture of a beggar, he would get 2,000 rupees, 2,000 pounds we can say. Okay? How much does a model get for sitting? Asked Huggy as he found himself a comfortable seat on a divan. A shilling an hour. And how much do you for your picture, Alan? Oh, for this I get 2,000 pounds. I already told you. This Huggy Erskine would get 2,000 points for painting the picture of the beggar. The beggar was himself standing beside him. Guineas, painters, poets and physicians always get guineas. Well, I think the model should have a percentage, cried Huggy, laughing. They work quite as hard as you do. Nonsense, nonsense. Why? Look at the trouble of laying on the paint alone and standing all day long at once. It is all very well, Huggy, for you to talk, but I assure you that there are moments when art almost attains to the dignity of manual labor. But you mustn't chatter. I am very busy. Smoke a cigarette and keep quiet. Now this Huggy Erskine is inquiring about the beggar, and he was of the opinion that even the beggar should get some money for becoming a model, because we always say that money runs only after the rich people. We are saying that rich people are becoming more rich or richer we can say, and the poor is becoming more poorer. So this Huggy Erskine has some sympathy with the beggar, that even the beggar should get something in order to fill their belly, to fulfill their daily needs. On that, Huggy Erskine, Alan Trevor is saying that he should not ask so many questions because he was very busy in painting the picture of the beggar. So he should keep silence for a while by smoking a cigarette. Okay. After some time, the servant came in and told Trevor that the frame maker wanted to speak to him. "Don't run away, Huggy," he said as he went out. "I will be back in a moment." So friends, after some time, this Alan Trevor was called by the frame maker. There was a servant, and that servant told Alan Trevor that there was a frame maker for you. He has to talk something with him. So Alan Trevor went inside the room, but while going, he told Huggy Erskine that he should not go back to his home. He would be coming back very soon. So, okay friends, we will stop here. The remaining part of this story we will see tomorrow. Okay, thank you.